I'm Sarah, and I'm a counselor at Lutheran Community Services. And today I will be seeing Kurt, a 35-year-old Caucasian male, presenting with symptoms of PTSD. Today is going to be our third session, and in the acceptance and commitment theory, they would say that Kurt is fused with his traumatic event. So today I'll be using the technique of diffusion to work with Kurt on that. And here he comes right now. Hi, Kurt. How's it going today?
Good. Pretty good today.
Yeah. Good. How's your week been?
My week's been pretty good overall.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit stressed out here and there, but I feel like some of the techniques we've been working on are helping me a little bit.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So today I wanted to work with some of the thoughts that we had talked about last week, and I have those thoughts written down right here on this paper.
Okay.
And they were kind of the thoughts that went along with your traumatic event and some of the feelings you have about or thoughts you have about yourself.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and read those to you, just to kind of remind you what we talked about. I'm worthless. It was all my fault. I'm stupid. I could have stopped it, and I should have left. So did you have any other thoughts kind of arise throughout the week?
The one that kind of seems to come back to my mind is that I could have stopped it, kind of could have prevented maybe.
Okay.
You know, but.
So I'm going to add the prevented piece here just to keep this updated. And then today I want to try something with you if you're willing to go ahead and do an experiment with me.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want you to think about, we're going to take all these thoughts and the feelings and the emotions that go with it and all the memories, and we're going to think about making it into a movie or an autobiography.
Okay.
And I want you to come up with a name for that movie, like My Life Sucks, but I want it to be something that's not trivial. I want it to really describe how your life has been. Do you have any ideas for?
For a title of a movie? The ongoing stresses of my life, let's call it that.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. Do you want to say my life or Kurt's life?
Just my life.
My life?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this card back, and I want you to read all the thoughts on the back and then read the title of the book. Are you willing to do that?
Sure.
Okay. And you can read them just in your mind or out loud.
Okay. Yeah. I'll read them out loud.
Okay.
I'm worthless. It was all my fault. I'm stupid. I had another one that I was going to add in there. I'm careless.
Okay.
Which isn't on here, but I'll put it in there. I could have stopped or prevented what happened, and I should have left. And then the title of the movie is The Ongoing Stresses of My Life.
Okay. Now, how are you feeling after reading that?
Well, I kind of feel a little stressed out actually thinking about those things, because I have kind of had some of these thoughts stuck in my mind, you know, when I think about some of the trauma that I've been through. So some of them more than others, but so it makes me feel a little bit anxious. But on the other hand, I am open-minded. I think maybe this will be helpful. So I'm kind of waiting to see what we're going to do.
Curious to see where we're going?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you have that whole story kind of right there on that piece of paper and it's got a title, do you feel more comfortable with the story and holding it and kind of containing it to that piece of paper?
Yeah, in a way I do, I guess, because now kind of having organizing those thoughts into something that I can look at and read, and then looking at maybe some of the themes, you know, in that, I guess helps me a little bit to at least to look at it and be aware of it.
Okay, so you're kind of more diffused from it. Do you remember talking about diffusion in the last couple sessions?
Yeah, fusion and diffusion you were talking about, yeah.
So that's really the goal here.
I can't believe I did that. Okay, well anyway, keep rolling.
So that's really the goal here, is to kind of, you can't get rid of that story. The story of your trauma is part of you, unless you got a lobotomy and removed part of your brain. Yeah, I know, lobotomy sounds like it'd be really painful.
Yeah.
But at least you can learn to hold the story and have it be a part of you, because it's never going to go away. So the other part about this is that diffusion takes a lot of practice, right?
Right.
Kind of like you play guitar, right? Remember you telling me that?
Yeah.
So when you're not in your guitar lessons, you're practicing constantly outside, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or sometimes to keep it up.
Right.
So what I really want you to do in the next couple weeks, if you're willing to, and you can absolutely say no if you want to, I want you to just practice naming this movie. So every time one of these thoughts pops up into your head, one of the negative thoughts about your trauma, I want you to just practice saying the ongoing
stresses of my life.
Exactly.
So how will that help me to not be stressed out about how will that help me not be confused?
It will allow you to just put those thoughts into this autobiography and hold that story lightly.
Okay.
And the other piece of it is to just carry it around with you and read those thoughts over and over again and just keep putting them into this movie. And hopefully, with practice, you'll be able to just have this be part of your story.
Well, that makes sense, because I know that some of the other things we've worked on with practice has gotten better.
Excellent.
So I'm getting better with, just through practice.
Excellent. Well, I'm really glad to hear that.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.